We make such a big deal, and could you even name what was Best Picture last year? You know, you win, and it's a big deal, and then you disappear, like Kamala Harris. Sitting president, and what I could see is replacing the vice president, because she's not very popular anywhere, and it didn't seem to work out. And I don't know, that's been done before on a ticket. I just think she's a bad politician.
Significance of the passage of time.
As we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want. And in this case, they got what they asked for.
What's going on, guys? So we got to talk about the leftists still being divided, because Trump deranged Bill Maher is going off on Kamala Harris, roasting her on his show Real Time with Bill Maher, and he's showing absolutely no mercy. Okay, he has sounded off, as you saw in the intro clip, against her previously, and now it appears as though he's still doing the same thing, because everything that's happened with the Democrat Party, for those who are knowledgeable about it and were paying attention, to just kind of overlook them literally overthrowing the democracy that they hold so dear to their heart, and just installing Kamala Harris, just literally turning the faucet off, removing that money flow from Sleepy Joe. Some people behind the scenes are arguing that they threatened him with the 25th Amendment, right? Like they say Obama and Kamala and Nancy and Schumer, Jeffries were all strong arming Sleepy Joe behind the scenes, saying like, hey, Joe, don't make us do this to you, Joe. We will if we have to, because you're not going to take all of us down. We're not all about to lose our jobs. No, no, no. Sure enough, Joe Biden just randomly sends out a letter on his Twitter, doesn't make any public appearances for days after that, doesn't endorse anybody at first, and then like afterward, for some reason, coming out and endorsing Kamala. All very suspicious behaviors. But without further ado, I want to show you what Bill Maher had to say about cackling Kamala.
Kamala Harris, vice president, will get all of Biden's campaign money, and on the Democrats' best issue, abortion, she's a walking reminder to women that Republicans are coming for the abortion pill. She won't just protect Plan B. She is Plan B.
Fact.
And as a former prosecutor, Kamala was putting criminals in jail back before liberals decided that was a bad thing. And now that CVS is locking the shaving cream behind plexiglass, Democrats are coming around to her again. Harris would be the first woman president, first black woman president, and first Asian president. But I don't vote for who will be the first. I vote for who will win. And for whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no fingers.
That's right, 0. She won 0 delegates.
In 3 years as vice president, she's been quieter than an electric car. And like an electric car, your MAGA uncle can't explain why she fills him with homicidal rage. She just does. Sometimes life isn't fair. It's not fair that she's not popular. She's intelligent and accomplished, and in fact was put in charge of the border. And look at how... Okay, bad example.
Look, we all know why Kamala Harris is unpopular. It's because she is fake as hell. She's not a good candidate. She does woke things. She does whatever she feels like is like popular at the time that's gonna get her over the hurdle to move on to her next layer of power. Okay, like this is what Kamala Harris is good for, is whatever it takes to win. Okay, she's definitely a do or die, whatever it takes type of person, with the exception of being genuine. I'd imagine being a genuine human being would be probably the most difficult task that she's ever had to accomplish in her life. People don't just not like someone for no reason. They certainly don't just, I don't like her because she's a black woman. Like, people love Michelle Obama. Barack Obama was one of the most popular presidential candidates in history, you know, next to Teflon Don, of course. So it's not just a race thing, because I know that's what people are like, well, people obviously don't like her because she's black or she's a woman, which are stupid people. Pea brains, okay? Because again, Michelle Obama, look, if Michelle Obama was running, we might be having a tough conversation, be like, guys, look, I mean, get out there and vote, but it might be time to pack it in, because I'd imagine that she'd be an incredibly popular person, even with the radicalized agenda of the left. Michelle Obama is definitely infinitely more likable than cackling, annoying, fake behind Kamala. And yes, that border has been an absolute disaster. I'm tired of hearing people try to deny all culpability for the Democrats. They try to say the economy and the problems are not the Democrats' fault. The border is not the Democrats' fault. If nothing is their fault, why the hell did you even elect them? Why the hell do they need to be in office if nothing that goes wrong is their fault and everything that goes right is it's the Democrats' fault when it goes right, and it's nobody's fault, certainly not the Democrats, when it goes wrong? That makes absolutely no sense and is stupid as hell. The main reason why I think that cackling Kamala is gonna lose is not because she just has an annoying voice and is fake. I do think that those are contributors, but I also believe it's because people are gonna vote based on the issues, okay? Especially independents, when it comes down to money and this crazy open border that they've mysteriously closed right before election season, that they had open for years and ignored everyone complaining and literally begging for closure. And then a few months before election, well, you know, Congress didn't act and Trump blocked the border bill and now I got to use executive action to close it. What the hell was wrong with the border when you took office? Wasn't there executive actions in place?
Every state is now a border state. It has now reached every corner of our country. It is wreaking havoc on our biggest cities and even small towns. And sadly, all of it was preventable. This is all a direct result of Joe Biden's failures, his dereliction of duty, his unwillingness to enforce the law and uphold his oath to our Constitution. And by the way, this is the administration that inherited what was the most secure border in U.S. history. But Joe has worked to undo every single Trump-era policy that worked. And on day one, by the way, it was Biden. He signed the executive orders that revoked Trump's efforts to exclude illegal immigrants from the sentence. He strengthened DACA. He canceled Trump's interior enforcement rule. He halted border wall construction. He ended the Remain in Mexico policy. And he let Title 42 expire, among other things. It's time for Joe now to he did all that with the stroke of a pen. Well, one more stroke of the pen, he can reinstate the Trump policies that secured our border in the first place. This is now a clear matter of national security. Stop saying Congress needs to do this. You're the one that undid it. You're the one that can fix it yourself.
These radical leftists cannot be trusted, because as soon as that election's over, that border's opening back up. The economy's gonna tank even worse. That's how these people operate. They operate based on election. They don't operate based on what is actually needed, and they can't be trusted whatsoever. They've proven it over these last 4 years. They prove that you even voting for them cannot be trusted, because if it looks like they're gonna lose, they're just gonna Uno reverse and replace your top chosen candidate and say, screw your vote, screw your democracy. We're going to do whatever the hell we want because we're the radical left, and that's how we roll. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching The Black Anomaly. Horizon channel. I'm out.
She's not very popular. I just think she's a bad politician.